Tennis has been such an important part of my life. I picked up the sport in middle school after a coach, in desperate need of players, pointed out that my height could be an advantage. That fateful moment was one of just so many ways the sport has acted as a compass in my life. Throughout the years, I spent as much time as I could on the tennis court, traveling to tournaments, overcoming physical and mental obstacles, learning lessons of humility and discipline, all deepening my appreciation of the sport. Then in high school, I had the opportunity to attend a tennis exhibition event with my coach. These are lighthearted matches meant for entertainment, but often include legends of the sport. On this occasion, they included Andre Agassi and Andy Roddick. Now you can only imagine my excitement as I entered the stadium that day. The buzz of the crowd, the squeaking of the shoes on the court, the pop of the tennis ball off of their rackets. All sounds that have become such a comfort to a tennis player with a deep love of the sport. Now, attending this event was a dream come true, minus my nosebleed seats. Now, while I was grateful to be there, part of me yearned to be closer to the action. Midway through the match, a flicker of movement in the front row caught my eye. As I focused in, I could see a couple leaving their seats. I immediately turned to my coach and I said, "People are leaving. We should try to go lower." Without hesitation, I ran into the hallway and I saw that couple who inspired my move. I got the lady's attention and I said, "Are you leaving?" And she said, "Yes. Would you like my tickets?" I mean, yes. As she reached for her tickets, she paused with a smile and said, "Actually, some friends of ours are leaving too, and they have better seats." Her husband led us down to folding chairs in front of bleachers. We were essentially on the court. I sat there absolutely elated, thinking that this moment could not get any better. As the event concluded, the lady seated beside me, who I had befriended during the match, was ready to leave and offered her VIP meet and greet ticket. It did get better. I ended my evening meeting those legends. I mingled, I made small talk with the VIP guests and took pictures with the pros, capturing even more memories of the experience. Now this is Andre Agassi, if anybody's unsure. Now, without divulging the years that have passed, I will just note that this particular experience has left a lasting impression on my life for quite a few years now. But what was it about this particular experience? After much reflection, I've identified a few key themes. I was a post-COVID, more introverted version of myself. I admire the courage I had in not only identifying, but so ambitiously seeking out that better opportunity, and the timing of knowing when to leave my seat. I dared to move, and it changed everything. Now, to be fair, this was low stakes. Worst case scenario, I go back to my actual seat. But what about those situations where it's not so easy of a decision? Perhaps that courageous moment is in response to a difficult situation or life event. The stakes are higher. So tonight, I want to share a simple formula inspired by that unforgettable tennis event in hopes that your passion can be your compass, just as tennis was mine. A formula that can empower you to embrace new opportunities in your own life's journey. Very fittingly, I call it the seat formula. Use this formula when your eye catches an opportunity you just can't resist. But the decision's not necessarily an easy one. This tool encourages reflecting on how your current position aligns with your values, talents, and goals in order to inspire meaningful changes in your life. And it all starts with self-discovery. Often we don't appreciate where we are now until we reflect back on how far we've come. So I encourage you, take some time for self-discovery. What seat are you currently sitting in? You're like, well, Kylie, these seats, right? Metaphorically, this could be any role in your life. This could be your career, friendships, family, relationships. I want you to consider this your "you are here" pin on your life's map. But before we continue on our journey, I want to take that moment to reflect back on all the difficulties. I want to celebrate with you all the achievements that have gotten you to this seat, because it certainly wasn't easy, but here you are, and I'm proud of you. All right, back to our self-discovery. I want you to keep those values and talents in mind, and let's set goals that align with them and what you want to achieve in life. Consider this your destination. Next is evaluation, inspired by the awareness of the day. That perfect moment, I identified the exact individual that would change my entire event experience, inspire my life, and this talk, which is pretty cool, thinking back on it. I want you to think of an opportunity that you'd like to pursue. So take a moment in any of those roles in your life. Now let's evaluate. Does this align with your values, your talents, and your goals? What excites you? Is this the right use of your time and energy? How could this change your life? Who could change your life? Next is action. I want you to think of a time your courage was rewarded as beautifully as mine was, that momentous evening. And if you can't think of a time, let's think about that opportunity you just identified, and I want you to dream with me for just a moment. What could courage look like? And how could this change your life? This is important. You need to know what your courage looks like, and know in your heart that positive outcomes are possible. Believe in yourself. I believe in you. To quote the great Martin Luther King Jr., you don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. Take that step. And finally, trust. Trust that when things don't work out, when you feel like you're stuck in the nosebleeds, trust that your compass has still guided you in the right direction. Trust your self-discovery, your evaluation, and the action that brought you to your current seat. Lean on your support system of friends, family, and mentors. Keep your eyes open, and you won't be sitting still for long. Now, I will note that I took the excitement of that evening, and I continued to pursue a closer view of tennis icons, moving from a small town in Alabama to Los Angeles after college to intern for the Tennis Channel. Now, after a lot of learning and growth, I left that seat. And since I have left seats at the NFL Network, I moved from Los Angeles to Johnson City, Tennessee. And in January of this year, I ended a 7+ year career with Netflix to pursue my passion of opening a professional organization business, trading steady paychecks for long hours, physical labor, and absolutely life-changing transformations of clients' homes. that absolutely light my soul on fire. So I know a thing or two about decisions much harder than improving your view at a sporting event. Courage can take so many different forms, from asking strangers for their seats to taking scary leaps in your career, moving to a new place, or challenging yourself to do something difficult physically or mentally. That tennis event taught me how beautiful courage can be, and for that I am forever grateful and inspired. Keep your eyes open for those opportunities that light your soul on fire. Know yourself, your strengths, and never stop climbing higher towards your goals. Take that step. And I hope that when you leave these seats tonight, that you can be courageous in pursuit of your dreams. Thank you so much.